Check it.
Yeah, it's live now.
It's live. Okay, cool. I cannot see it on my YouTube channel yet. Ah, now I can. Okay, so let me take it and share it. I cannot see it. You cannot see me, or?
Yeah, we can. I can.
Point out Palestine. Third episode. Okay. Hello, guys. I think we are live, but we have anyone still watching, I guess. I'm not sure. Because let me just publish or share it. Hold on. Live now. Okay. Let me see. No, it seems like, let me be sure. Let me see. No, it seems like, yeah, I have some friends telling me that they are actually watching it already. So I guess it is working. We are just not having access to the number of the viewers. I guess. Anyway, this video will be recorded, so it's going to be available for everyone who wanted to see it, to watch it later on. So first of all, I would like to say that it's such a great honor to have you guys here, Mahmoud and Khamis. And saying hi to Barbara. Amina Barbara, she's a Brazilian friend. She used to live in Palestine as well. She is also Brazilian Palestinian. So welcome, Amina. Thanks for being here. And well, still, it's such a great honor to have you guys here, and especially coming from this great institution that it's so. I have this love, right? Because also I used to work there, so I had a great experience. So I got the chance to meet great people there, and the students, the teachers, the directors, everyone. So thanks a lot for you guys, and also thanks to the Edward Said National Conservatory of Music, the Gaza branch, and also to my university here in Brazil who are supporting us this series of talks that we are making. And the idea, just to introduce it to you guys and to anyone who might be watching, is to bring Palestine to the scene according to the Palestinian eyes. I mean, because especially in these last days, we had so many news about Palestine, and we had also many people talking about Palestine, which is great, of course, because we need to share it, right, and to speak about Palestine in order to have access to what is happening there. But at the same time, I feel this lack of a presence of the Palestinians in this debate. So the idea is to bring Palestinians to talk about Palestine. This I know it sounds logical now, but like this is the main idea of this. So in the first episode of this series of talks, we had Shadi and Tamara from both from Ramallah, and then we had Mariam and Tala from Jerusalem, and now we have Mahmoud and Khamis from Gaza. And so, welcome, guys. And Again, I'm going to repeat this forever, and it's such a great honor to have you guys here.
Thank you.
And I would like to start with a small joke with Khamis. I mean, you are a bassist. I am a guitarist, as Mahmoud. But there's this guy I love his channel online, and this Davey 504. So I you know him. So I really wanted to say what's up at first. So what's up? So yeah, thanks for this opportunity. Anyway, um, so yeah, I mean, I am not. I'm just introducing you guys, and I'm not going to speak that much anymore because, of course, we want to listen to you. I was before we started the broadcast, I was talking to Mahmoud and asking him about the guitar world. And I am going to maybe ask now about the strings world in Gaza, considering the difficulties that you guys face or might have on your daily life to to have teachers or to have more students or interest in music, this kind of things. So I don't know if you feel like talking a little bit more about this. That would be really interesting for us to know how is this musical strings universe in Gaza. Mahmoud or Khamis, if you
يلا خميس.
Okay. So we're asking the guitar world, and but let me first ask you: are you comparing it to other places in the world, or we are going just to speak about Gaza? So
Well, my question is because as I was telling also before, Mahmoud, when I used to live in Palestine, I was based in Ramallah, but I was I used to teach in the Jerusalem branch, and there's this small problem because when you don't have the permits to cross the checkpoint, so to go inside Dakhel, as I like to say, it's difficult. But still, not only the teachers, but like some students, they need to go there, or in the case that they don't have the permit, then the Palestinians from Jerusalem or from inside, they can go to West Bank. So, and maybe in one way or another, we can, in the end, find a way to have it, to make the classes happen and this and that. But when it comes to Gaza, it seems to be a little bit more difficult because it's not that easy to enter Gaza or to leave Gaza, to go from Ramallah to Gaza or from Gaza to Ramallah, it's not that easy. So that's the question. I mean, how do you guys see this or how do you do to teach and to incentivize your students to play or to feel interested in music and especially in strings instruments like the guitar and the bass?
okay, so first of all, I would like to thank you, Raful, for this wonderful opportunity to be with you, also with my colleague Mahmoud. It's always lovely to share our thoughts on the music scene in Gaza and in Palestine. To be honest, in Gaza we have a huge problem regarding the movement, of course, of Palestinians, of Gazans, from Gaza to the West Bank and the 48 occupied lands, and also from Gaza to the world. Either way, it's from Egypt side or from Israel side. So it has always made it difficult for us to connect. Technology hasn't been there for forever. You know, We are still new to the concept of we are all connected through Zoom or through, after the COVID thing. So before that, we when you have the need to send someone to the West Bank or anywhere outside, you will of course face the difficulties from any side that you face other than Palestinians. So I don't know how we can say encourage musicians, but you know, a musician without traveling is a bird without wings. So you will always be in your spot. So it will always be a problem. We will never solve this problem. We can only do minimal changes to this scene by doing concerts online, by having music workshops for the Gaza students and musicians through online. So it's only a minimal solution. It will never be a replacement. This is what I think of it as a musician and as also an employee in the ESNCM. As a musician, as Khamis, I have always faced this difficulty, whether you know what I want to say. What I want to say is, of course, we have the difficulty of going outside, but also we have the difficulty of gathering this so much musicians that we work with in Gaza and make them stay in Gaza for the for the coming years. We have always this problem that because of all these difficulties you are facing, of course, as someone who just graduated from college or let us say from high school, and he's a musician. He has studied music in the conservatory for many years. I think the first thing they will think about is to leave Gaza and go stay in somewhere else. So this is the other layer of the problem that we are facing. It's not only about the restrictions on travels. This Rafael will lead on the strategic thinking or planning. This will lead to the loss of many musicians that you have as assets here in Gaza, but they have left Gaza. So it's not only about the ability to travel.
Yeah, this is quite interesting, right? Because I've used to listen to it out. I mean, Gaza, it seems to be how can I say, harder somehow, or at some level.
Mm,
Because I used to listen to this same narrative. I don't like to use this word, but to the same thinking about this, because this is the reality. And also, like, I remember because I worked with the conservatory, but at the same time I worked with another conservatory. The name is Al Kamanjati, and a
mhm,
private school, Yamaha school. And
mm,
of course I used to love them all, but when it came the time for me to come back to Brazil, and I announced this. One of them, I'm not mentioning who, because whatever, it doesn't
mm,
difference now. But like, I was asked, like, yeah, but you guys leave all the time, and I was like, this is not only about me, because for me is way easier. I am an international living in LA,
mm,
and still I didn't have the visa anymore, so I had to leave. But this is okay, like this happens, but also there's this lack of local teachers, and so it seems to be like a general problem in terms of Palestine in this sense.
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
And
of course.
yeah,
Because as also the difficulties we face, uh, because of course it's harder for us because we cannot leave. Uh, we have more restrictions on moving or on leaving. Less restrictions are made on the West Bank occupants and also the Jerusalem and 48 occupied lands occupants. But let's face it, we all have the same problem. We all have the same problem. It's occupation. Occupation is making it difficult for us, the musicians, and I think uh, all the brains that you have here in Palestine. So we all have the same beast uh, that's making it difficult for us.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite complicated.
Mm, yeah.
Big complicated.
Mahmoud, what you want to say something
Khamis
about?
just said everything I wanted to say. It's a horrible situation, and always we lose a good musician from Gaza, as Khamis said. When they take a chance to go out, they go, and this is very sad. We always lose good musician. We always losing good chances. Sometimes we get a good scholarship for our students, for example, or some workshop out there, or even concerts. But depending of the situation here, especially the border situation, they always lose this chance, and this is very big problem. This is very sad to lose a concert or to lose a chance to study out there, to continue your study after the conservatory. For example, me, I lost 13 chances, 13 scholarships, and at the end, I said, okay, I lost, but I will study online. So I attend a college online and complete my study at the composition department because I cannot go out. I lost my scholarship. The last one was with Berkeley College. I lost it because I cannot go out because the border situation. I didn't get a permission at all to go out, so I lost the chance. And this is another big problem here. If we want to look about it from the academic point of view, when you graduate a students from the conservatory and he want to complete his study or continue studying music at the college, and you give him a good scholarship or a great chance, and because this border and because of this occupation, you will lose this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
always the same.
Yeah.
yeah, and this is, yeah, I mean, this is quite sad in this sense because I mean,
Yeah.
correct me guys if I'm wrong, but like, I think everyone on Earth, on the world, like would like to be able to travel around. Of course, like everyone. Of course, I'm not talking about every single person, but like in general terms, everyone wants to be able to go live abroad to do this and that. But when it comes to this lack of possibilities, this problem of mobility and this kind of thing, so it's really hard because at the same time, like that, you guys know that you have great chances outside Palestine. You want to take it, and this, I mean, I would say it's absolutely normal to like, yeah, I want to go there, and this is a great chance. I want to take it. But at the same time, like on the ground, you face this. Okay, but the students here, they will not have maybe other teachers or this and that, and so it's quite complicated, and it's interesting because like as I was talking to Mahmoud before, uh, he said that when it comes to the classical guitar, he's the guy in Gaza, and
Yes.
this interests me, because even like in the West Bank and 48 Jerusalem, they have a few guys teaching the classical guitar. Now the thing is getting bigger, of course, but like still they are a few, but they have a few options, so, but not in Gaza. And of course, I'm talking the guitar about the guitar now because I am a guitarist, so I also think uh, through my passion, my eyes uh, the guitar. And but this is also like great. So again, I would like to thank you guys for being here because then we can share. Like there is this actions being made in Gaza, like in terms of teaching the bass and teaching the the guitar. So this is absolutely great.
Yeah. Um, you know, uh, if I always think as if there was no Edward Said Conservatory in Gaza,
Mhm.
what would the situation be like musically speaking? What would the situation be like? I think it will be catastrophic for us. I learned of my own. Learned on my own. I didn't have a teacher because I didn't have a. There was no music school. So I think if I had a music school when I was younger, I will be better. Of course, better as a musician. As a musician, that's normal. But now, as we have it, uh, I always think as, what if we don't have it?
Mhm.
We would not have been able to make this. As I always say it's like a base of musicians. We made a huge base of musicians. You have hundreds of children who has studied at the music school at the conservatory since 2008 until now. What would those children would have done if they didn't have this music school? What will they go to make with their time, with their and of course with their talent? Talent is born with us. You cannot control it. You have it. What if you don't have the place that really makes your motivation become an action? I think we would have been in a worse situation. But I really thank God that we have this place, because it's serving all these students nonstop, uh, and doing everything that we can, us and the teachers, to make it easy for the students to uh, fulfill this talent. And also, not only that we aim on teaching the students, but also we aim to show these talents to everyone here in Gaza. Every year we have many festivals, at least two, as you know, maybe Raful, the Sea and Freedom Festival, which is only connected to Gaza, and the Layali Tarab Festival. So especially in Sea and Freedom Festival, which is supposed, we made at least until now, sorry, six versions of the 6 years of the festival. In this festival, we aim on um mainly uh, put those talents who really deserve, and uh, make those students express this power and energy that they have on stage. As a musician, it's not only about being taught, it's also about you know expressing and showing what you have been taught. So for me as a musician, I get sick if I don't stand on the stage. So our role is to give them this chance to be on a stage, to be confident of what you do, confident of yourself as a person, yourself as a person who lives in Gaza, especially facing all these difficulties. Not only connected to COVID, not only connected to the uh, uh, the economical situation, not only connected to occupation, but still most of those problems, other than COVID, are made by the occupation. We work on making this student express himself regardless of all these problems. We try to uh, remove the obstacles and create an atmosphere for the student, males and females, to express themselves and to be to really think of themselves as the leaders of future. Everyone has a specialty, and we as musicians, we have our own specialty, which is only doing music. Doing music is also a part of uh, being revolutionary on the occupation. So I think being on a stage performing gives us another reason to stay. And that's also what made many people leave maybe Gaza and try to find a more safe haven and more expressive place.
Yeah, that's true. Well, first of all, it's beautiful what you're saying, and I totally agree, of course. You know, this thing about like seeing yourself through music is very important. You know, like we can build our daily life through music and build music from our daily life. You know, this you know, external relation. I'm sorry, I need water.
No, me too.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I seen this happening also like conservatory many times because like I've met quite a few, to be honest, people from Gaza who went to Ramallah, and I'm quoting Ramallah especially, and not only other cities that I could quote. But also because Ramallah is or at least through my eyes, it's well known as how can I say, expressive place to be. You know, you have many things in terms of arts happening, theater, music, you know, this and that. So it is great, you know, in this sense. But of course, like it's still a small place, and you have the chance to meet and to know, or at least the most part, if not all of them, but the most part of the local artists. And I've met some from Gaza there, and you know, and some of them I got the chance to talk to, but he needed to go back to Gaza because he got like a 3 or 4 days permit or something like this. But also I've heard about other people from Gaza who go to the West Bank, and they can never actually go back to Gaza. So it's a kind of choice that they have to make. I don't know them, of course, but I've heard about these stories, and so there's this kind of things that happens, and it seems very touching to me, you know, because at the same time, like you see people from the West Bank wishing to go out, and you know, it's not easy at all as well, but like they have still Jordan and these other borders to try to. But when it comes to Gaza, it seems to be still like even worse, and you know, like they leave Gaza to go to the West Bank, and this is sometimes the thing, you know, as according to these narratives I was thinking, and so it's like, yeah, and you know, trying to, or not trying, I'm sorry, I'm deleting this word, creating this atmosphere, as you said, like in Gaza, like is great. I mean, you know, bringing people to the chance of expressing
Yeah,
themselves is great, and this needs to be done. And this is a great job you guys do for sure. I really I would love to go to Gaza someday. I'm not sure if it will happen, but I would love
You are
to.
so welcome, man.
you are so
Yeah.
welcome.
So, uh, anyway, let's see what the future holds.
Yes.
You know. And Mahmoud, can I ask you about the guitar a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
we we had we had the last broadcast the presence of uh, Tala Kawi, who someone I got the chance to work with. I don't like to use the expression teach or something because I think that I've learned from her like way more than I I could share some of my knowledge. And she's a great musician, and um, she's uh, going outside now. I think she's studying in Cyprus, right?
Yeah,
Um, and we were talking about this guitar specifically, this guitar scene. But now, when it comes to Gaza, we were saying that you are the guy. And this is now I would like to ask you as a teacher, as a teacher, like how do you see the interest of your students on this instrument? Is it growing, or and do you have your how can I say uh, um, your students that are more interested and others they are not so much interested? How is it when it comes to the guitar? And just to finish the question,
yeah,
I ask this because of course like many people who play the guitar, but you guys have other instruments like the oud, this traditional instruments, I would say. This is not what happens in Brazil, for example. Here in Brazil, we have the guitar. It's very popular, right?
yeah.
The guitar is popular there as well, but like the classical guitar, it seems to be a little bit different. So how do you see that it comes the interest for the classical guitar for you and for your students? How is it?
Yeah, it's actually it's growing. After 11 year of teaching, now it's growing, but it's not growing very much because you can find some students that get interesting when they study classical guitar, and some of them no. And it depends first of culture, second because we can say the instrument, the classical guitar is just like a new instrument in jazz, especially the classical style. It's really brand new for them to play some. For example, when I teach any students a piece by Johannes Sebastian Bach, for example, it's really a new piece for him, a new type of music as an Palestinian culture or Palestinian music background. Always we are hearing and performing some Arabic music, some Palestinian folk music, and suddenly you ask the students to learn a piece by Bach, for example, or a classical piece. But what we did here to make it more interesting, I took 30 songs, Arabic songs, and I arranged for a classical guitar, and I published a book for them. And now we are playing something between sometimes Arabic, sometimes classical, but always you find some students they start study guitar for 1 month, 2 months, and after they ask to change the instrument, for example, from guitar to oud, for example, as an Arabic instrument. And as you know, as a guitarist, the classical guitar is very complicated instrument, especially in technique and in musicality. It's not easy for children here to play the classical guitar because they need to learn fast. They are talented and they are lovely and they have a lot of power and energy, and they need to play. But it's not logical, or it's not possible to teach the new students, for example 6-year students, to teach him a guitar and he will play a song or a tune after 1 month or 2 months. So it's not that fast process to start learning guitar. So they find it a little bit boring. So we lose a lot of guitar students. But if I back 10 years ago, the scene is very different now. 10 years ago, it was a little bit students. There is no student, a lot of students, but we had a great students before, and they graduate. There was a professional students. Now the differentiation is today is we have more students but less level, and it depends of the situation here, I think, because they are always in Gaza. They cannot go out, or they cannot find a good or a listener or a good listener audience to hear them when they play. So they get boring. At the end, we did some workshops and some online lessons with Trinity College through the PAL Music, and now they find themselves in these lessons because they play with other musicians, other students from Trinity, and they start study with another teacher. So it's now growing, but not that much. This is not I didn't reach my goal yet as a teacher.
Also, I would like to add for what my colleague Mahmoud have said. What's important to the music student is not only going to the lesson and leaving the lesson, practicing and going back to the lesson. He needs to meet with musicians, even though if it was online. But he needs to meet with musicians, hear other experiences, and maybe get feedback from other musicians. He needs to see the experiences that have happened and is happening now in the music world. That also speaking about, I'm not speaking about the normal average student. I'm speaking also about the talented student whom we aim for him, or we expect for him a really, as we say, bright future in music. Normally, this personality, it's not a normal personality. A talented musician is someone who is always looking for better. He has the ability to learn and to learn quickly. He has the ability to perform beautifully. So he always needs to see new experiences. If he travels, it will be the best that can happen to him. But if he cannot, at least he will have to meet with other musicians online. We have, as Mahmoud said, we had many really talented musicians, and we get really sad speaking about those students who unfortunately had to leave. Some of them, of course, they just had to leave only to study university, so it's fine. But some of them, and the greater percentage of those students have not left Gaza only to study. They have left Gaza to live outside Gaza, and those are the ones that we are sad about. But yet we are always eager to find those other students that still we haven't find, because maybe it's a general I don't want to say a rule, but it's a general thing that happens, that if you have 100 people, you will find at least 10 people who are talented, and you will find one of those 10 who's really talented. So we are always looking for the 10 and also looking for this one particularly. Uh, but regarding those economical situation and also the situation related to society sometimes is always sometimes it's a barrier on having those new uh, powers. As the student or the children, he has this power or uh, that he wants to express. He knows, maybe he doesn't know that he's talented, but we always are looking for new students. It's not about just being sad of about the history, but also we are looking for a brighter future, and that's I think what makes someone who's working in a Western department like Mahmoud. It's not the common that you have here in Gaza. As you said, in Ramallah, you have diversity. You have the diversity. You have music. You have art shows of all kinds, whether it's about writing or painting or music or other arts. You have the scene, the art scene in the city. But here we don't have it, so it's more difficult for us to find those students. And in normally or we try to find scholarships to empower those students, to make them feel welcomed, and not to be able to not to be deprived from studying music only because they have an economical situation that prevents them from studying music. Uh, as a conservatory, it comes from the general aim and message of the conservatory that no one should be deprived from studying music only because of money issues. As long as you are talented, you will have someone who will you will have the ESNCM taking care of you. You just only need to be more better musician. So that's what makes us maybe all in here in Gaza still still working, because we look to this window of light at the end of the tunnel, that we are we always say this sentence, the window of light at the end of the tunnel, but we have been walking in this tunnel for years and years and years and years. I was born in 1989. uh, I spent my school years, the first 12 years of school until high school, as a, or let me be more specific. The first 6 years of the school, I was a normal child. We had a normal situation. Gaza was growing. Gaza was growing as any other uh, place in the 90s. Then comes the 2000, the the new year. We had the Intifada. We entered a new phase. I was in the sixth grade, so we entered the new phase from 2000 until 2007. 2006. 2006, we had the problems here between the clashes between Fatah and Hamas. Uh, I was in the high school. I finished my high schools with the change in the government here in Gaza. Uh, and of course, in this in this time, we had everyone fighting Gaza. Everyone who hates Gaza. The borders were closed. Of course, Israelis and others. they We had the borders closed, and I wanted to go to study college outside of Gaza and then come back. Of course, I didn't get this chance, and many others didn't get this chance. So let me say, me for myself, I have been walking in this tunnel since 2000. I will not say anything before because before we were traveling every year. We had my father had a good job, had a good salary, and we had a good situation, good lifestyle. Not very high, but we had a nice, a nice life. We were, happy. We had the ability to travel, and we didn't know the meaning of being banned of traveling, because we make a call, we will check, we will cross areas tomorrow, and that's it. That's all what we have to do. And in the year 1999, we had the highest level of happiness and hope for
Yes,
what's coming. We didn't know what's coming, but we had a hope regarding what we had in our hand. We we had an airport in Gaza in
for 1 year.
1999. This is a dream come true, but it's normal. Not it's normal to have an airport. You know, I'm in the sixth grade. We traveled to Jordan, to Egypt, to the UAE. So I before 2000 I was normal, and then I started walking in this tunnel until now. It's been 21 years. 21 years. You, you know what a normal, not a musician, a normal human being. What could have he done in 21 years? I will not say anything, but I will say he would have made a lot just for himself. But we don't have this chance.
And when we was kids, we have this good city and good life. But when we became younger and we need these chances, everything destroyed. For example, when I decide to study music and guitar, everything decided and destroyed it, and there is no any chance to go out. There is no teacher at the city. There is no college for music at Gaza. So what I want to do, I need to study guitar. I start teaching myself, for example, for 1 year from internet and some books. And finally, the dream became true when I met the general director of ESNCM, the Edward Said National Conservatory of Music, and they decided to teach me inside the conservatory. But another problem, there is no chance to go to East Bank through Aries. Okay, we will teach you online. They start teaching me online, and I want to just repeat what Khamis said. What if there is no the Edward Said National Conservatory of inside Gaza? I will be who I am now? Of course, no, because they teach me, they give me a lot of scholarships, and now I'm a good musician and I'm happy with my level as a guitarist, guitar teacher, head of department, and a composer. So when we start looking to go out, when we became youngs and we need to go, we need to study, we have this power, everything gone. There is nothing. So this is the biggest problem for me, and we're still walking in the tunnel, and we will still for maybe some 20-25 years, something like this. I hope it will done and end soon and we get another or a better life, but I think it's not soon. We'll still walk, Khamis.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's we are laughing.
Yes.
But I hope it's not another 20-25 years, because I will be an old man, and you will be an old man. We will not
Yeah,
have the
of
power to
course.
do anything. I think if it stays the same in 20-25 years, I don't
Let's
know
do
if I would even
let's do it
have a
for our
guitar in
kids.
my place.
Let's do it for our kids, inshallah, and for
Yeah,
us, of course.
yeah, inshallah, I hope so.
Yeah, and can you guys hear me now? I mean, because I was having problem with my microphone, and I
Yeah.
have no idea if it was fixed. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we can hear
We
you.
can
Yes.
hear
okay. Because after 1 hour, I was like, yeah, and yeah, but that's
That's
true.
okay.
I mean, 20, 21, 25 years is a whole life, I would say.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
you are born and then you grow up and then you go to the school and then high school, university, this and that. Like this is a whole life.
Yeah.
It's a good amount of time, I would say, to be
Yeah,
under these such a weird, how can I say, situation.
yeah. We have a good experience in facing problems.
I can, I mean, I'm sorry, I know.
It's okay, man. We are used to. It's okay.
We got some questions. I think I'm gonna ask this, and this is actually interesting. I didn't know it does exist. If you guys would like to comment something, she asked. The last question was, I've heard, I'm quoting. I heard about the Palestinian Diaspora Orchestra and want to understand the effects of these initiatives for Palestinian musicians in Palestine. I didn't know about this orchestra. Do you guys know about this and how does
Palestinian Youth Orchestra, yes, it's in West Bank.
youth? I think Diaspora Orchestra or something like
Palestinian Youth Orchestra.
youth orchestra. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a. I think it's not a diaspora orchestra because. But let me maybe if what I understood was correct, the PYO, the Palestine Youth Orchestra, uh, is working with musicians from Palestine and diaspora.
Mhm.
So when they have music, when they have a festival or they have a project they are working with, they receive welcome musician from anywhere, as long as you're a Palestinian. Being in Bangladesh will not change it. You will be still a Palestinian. So maybe this what they meant of diaspora. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah, she also asked like if the Israelis they take Palestinian musicians to be part of their orchestra. I think it does happen, right? I don't know. I'm considering other music schools and conservatories who work with this. I mean, I've never worked with them, so I'm not really sure about how this happens on the ground. But I've heard about, and especially when it comes to the Edward Said, because there's this other
Yes.
institution with the same name. Anyway, I'm not quoting because I mean, so, but this other one is not the unique one. There's more, right? And this
of
is
course,
why I'm not quoting it, just because like uh, we see this. If we quote one, we should quote like many others. So there's not only one. But I think it does. I don't know if you guys want to comment this. I'm not
this
sure.
question is on YouTube.
I guess so. Yeah, she asked.
Yes, yes.
Eventually, Israelis takes Palestinian musicians to be part of the Israeli orchestra.
Ah, yes. So I think they can dream only.
Yes.
That's my answer.
One day they asked me to go to play on Tel Aviv some guitars, and they asked me to write to the orchestra some music, and of course I refused. This is a dream for them. I will not, of course.
Yeah, yeah, I get this.
Yeah, yeah. We are people of cause. We have a cause that
Yes.
have many people have died for this cause. So
Yeah,
and many will. It's the conflict is not done yet. So
Yes.
so they can only dream.
Yeah.
that's a good position.
Yeah.
Right? Well, yeah. My voice is. Oh my gosh. Hmm.
I wish I had water.
I said, but my water is almost boiling because it's in the sun. So it's like anyway, guys, we are well almost 1 hour. and
Yeah, so soon.
yeah, and my voice is already, showing its failures. I guess we could maybe uh, say goodbye, but I would like to say that this is not the last
This is
goodbye.
not goodbye.
This is not
Yes.
goodbye. This is
Yeah.
بشوف يعني.
Yes.
Yeah.
بشوفك.
Yeah. How do you say this in the plural? بشوفكم.
بشوفكم.
بشوفك. بشوفكم.
بشوفكم. Okay. My Arabic is like شوي.
Yeah, but yeah, you are improving. You didn't ask us about the word. You said correct me.
Okay.
There's difference.
All right. So guys,
Okay.
thanks a lot. This live will be available because it was, I think, recorded on YouTube. I'm not sure, but yeah. So again, thanks a lot for accepting being here, talking to us. It is such a great honor, and gosh, I really hope we can meet someday very soon and have some falafel
And hummus and
Love it.
you know, if you come to Gaza, we will make you maqloubi, if you know it.
it's my
Oh.
oh my god, it's my favorite. Really, I go much because it's like
Yeah, you will be most welcome, man.
You are most welcome. You are very welcome.
Thanks a lot for this. Also, for this opportunity for inviting me to this meeting, to this session. We had fun. We chatted. It's 1 hour, but I didn't feel it as 1 hour.
Yeah, me too.
It's always lovely to talk to musicians, especially ones who had a Palestinian experience. It's an honor for me, and I wish, inshallah, that we will meet one day soon, in or outside of Gaza.
we will for sure.
Inshallah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Rafael. Thank you. It's a great honor to talk
See
to
you.
you. Thanks for this opportunity.
Bye
Have a great
Bye
day.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.